Hello, I'm Michael Glass from the FXcast Market Analysis team. This is our FXcast Market Analysis trading plan. In each of our videos, we try to identify high probability trading setups. We'll evaluate the gold chart to see if there's any leading sentiment. We will create a low volatility watch list, an inside bar watch list, and we'll review the economic calendar to see if there are any releases that could affect our open and new trades. As always, please send your comments and feedback to analysis@fxcast.com. As usual, we are starting off with the gold daily chart, and we can see the descending wedge that we kind of showed in yesterday. More importantly, our range is staying intact. We still have not broken above this downtrend line. We can see though, as we came down to the 1790, we did break through it, but our buyers did come in and pull us up, and you can see once again the volume start to accumulate there, and so there's certainly some volume support in this 1790 range. You can also see that we may have some trouble getting above 1820, but more importantly, here on the daily, we have our downtrend line that we're watching, we have our support that we're watching, that is a descending wedge, and we'll have to see whether or not the bears or the bulls will break us out of this range. So a weak gold means what to our currency pairs? Starting off with the euro dollar, and we can see once we broke through our long-term support, we're now making our way back to it. So you can see this range is powerful, very powerful. And even though we broke out of it a little bit here, we broke out of it, and if I drag a little bit over here, a little bit more, you can see back in April we broke out of it. But more importantly, right here, we came right back into it. And so it looks like the buyers are finally stepping up and bringing us back to it. Now, what was one support is now resistance, so we'll see whether or not we can break through it, and the 200 and the moving averages are coming down here. So this 1.4 price level is going to be key as we get up there. But as far as our long-term time frame, on the 1 hour we can see we're in neutral. We're still below our long-term moving average, but we are in the neutral zone. The euro is still in control, which allows us to make this move. And we got this big spike with a little divergence. We got a little space between the euro and the dollar, and we can see that the euro is starting to average up a little bit, while that dollar still goes sideways. But we can fractionally see on our indicator that the sellers may be taking control here, which may help us stop here at the neutral zone and breathe a little bit. I don't know if we'll come all the way back down to this trend line. There may be a new one that we could draw up inside here. I will watch our shorter time frame here also. So what we have to watch is our buyers found value, and now as we come into what was one support, now resistance, we have to watch whether or not the sellers come in and find value there. The pound dollar. Here we can see that the buyers have come through and held 1.57. We matched it up both with this wick and with the wicks back over here from January. So it's going to be interesting here as we get back to 1.59. You can see as we rose up, we actually fell back, right back. So the sellers may be defending this 1.59. We'll have to see. But we can see that we're just fractionally in the buy zone. We're still below our long-term moving average here. But the dollar is in control here, and that's what's brought us back down and potentially lower once the dollar took control. Basically though, you can see here they're basically parallel moving over top of each other, which got our sideways action, and we can see they're both really trending down, moving sideways, and the sellers are in control on our indicator. So this, this lends to going lower and retesting 1.57 here on the daily, but we'll have to see. Finally, we'll look at the dollar franc, and we can see the resistance holding up here at 0.89. That moved back with this swing high right here. We also, of course, had that mixed in with the 200 moving average, and we're continuing to pull back. So now we'll have to see if the buyers will defend 0.8538 here. We can see we're still in actually, I think we're in a sell zone here, still just a little bit. And that's going to happen also because the franc is still in control. But as they come together, you can see we're going sideways. If the dollar takes control, price action will move higher. What's going to prevent that? Well, we can see that the franc is starting to trend up a little bit, back above its long-term moving average, while the dollar is trending down, staying below its long-term moving average. And we can see fractionally the buyers are in control. Moving on to our watch list, first starting off with the low volatility watch list. This is our 1 hour time frame using Bollinger Bands. Watching for a break of the bands, we're going to be watching the dollar yen and the pound yen. For our inside bar watch list, that's watching today's range in compared to yesterday. We are inside yesterday's range, so we'll be watching for a break. And for there, we'll be watching the Aussie dollar. Let's go to the economic calendar. As we look at the economic calendar, we can see that I would say the big thing to watch will be the consumer sentiment in the States. Not a lot going on there, but that consumer sentiment definitely can move the market. We would like to thank you for watching our FXcast market analysis. As we continue to improve and make adjustments so that you're getting value from our videos, we want you to take the time to give us feedback, give us comments, send us questions about what you would like to see in our videos, and you can send those comments and feedbacks to analysis@fxcast.com, or you can post to our daily forum. Thanks guys, and I'll see you next time.